ready to explore the world of AI tools for students. It's like stepping into a sci-fi movie, but it's all real.
It really is a game changer for education.
I've been going through all the articles and research you send over about AI in education.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm blown away by the potential, but it's also a little overwhelming. Where do we even begin with all this?
It's true. There's a lot to unpack.
So let's start simple.
Okay.
What are some of the AI tools that every student should have on their radar right now?
Well, one that's been making headlines is ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
It's this AI chatbot that can answer your questions, brainstorm ideas.
I've heard of it, but honestly, I'm not quite sure how it would actually help, say, with studying for an exam.
Oh, it's incredibly versatile.
Okay.
Imagine you're struggling with a tricky history concept. You could ask ChatGPT to explain it in simpler terms, or even ask it to create a timeline of key events.
Oh, like a personalized study guide.
Exactly. It's like having a 247 study buddy.
I like the sound of that. But what about all those research papers and notes?
Ah.
Back in my day, I was always drowning in information.
Well, now there's NotebookLM.
NotebookLM.
Think of it as your AI-powered notebook.
Okay.
You can upload your research papers, and it can summarize the key points, organize your notes, even help you come up with new research ideas.
No more highlighter battles.
Exactly. It frees up your time for the really important stuff like deep thinking and analysis.
And speaking of AI, that seems almost magical.
You're going to bring up Gemini, aren't you?
I am. It sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
It is pretty groundbreaking.
Multimodal AI, right. It can understand both text and images.
Exactly.
So could it, like, analyze a diagram in a biology textbook?
Absolutely.
Or even help me solve a geometry problem?
You got it.
That's incredible.
Think about the potential for subjects like math, physics, art history, even...
That's like a whole new way of learning.
It is. It really is.
Okay, let's get practical for a second.
Oh.
I remember spending hours just trying to find reliable sources for research papers.
Ugh. Feel that.
Is there an AI tool that can help with that?
There is. It's called Perplexity.
Perplexity.
It's an AI search engine that's on a whole other level.
How so?
Well, it not only finds credible sources for you,
Okay.
but it also provides clear summaries of the information.
So no more slogging through endless journal articles.
Exactly.
That would have saved me so much time in college. What about for students who are learning to code?
Ah, yes, there's an amazing tool for that called Copilot.
Copilot.
Imagine having an expert coder looking over your shoulder, suggesting better code, and catching errors.
So it helps you write better code faster.
And learn best practices along the way.
That's pretty awesome.
It really is a great example of how AI can help you develop your skills.
Before we move on, there's one more AI tool I've been hearing about, Wolfram Alpha.
A classic.
It's been around for a while, but it seems more relevant than ever.
It is.
It's known as Computational Knowledge Engine.
Right.
So if I'm struggling with a calculus problem at 2 a.m.,
It can definitely come in handy.
we can help me solve it.
Well, it can help you understand the concepts and guide you toward the solution.
This is all so impressive, but I'm starting to feel a little overwhelmed again.
I understand.
So many tools, so little time.
Don't worry, we'll break it all down in the next part of our deep dive.
You will?
We'll talk about how to actually use these tools effectively and integrate them into your study routine.
Sounds like a plan. Okay, so we've met all these amazing AI tools.
The AI all-stars.
But how do students actually use them to,
To study smarter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And maybe make their lives a little easier.
Well, let's start with exam prep.
Always a stressful time.
Imagine using ChatGPT to, generate practice questions based on your actual course material.
Oh, so instead of just passively rereading the textbook
You're actively testing your knowledge.
and figuring out where the gaps are.
You could even ask it to create different types of questions, like multiple choice or essay questions.
To match the exam format.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
And for research-heavy exams, think about using Perplexity
To find those reliable sources.
and get quick summaries of complex research papers.
No more getting lost in a sea of academic jargon.
Exactly.
Now, what about those tough concepts that just won't seem to sink in?
Ah,
Could AI help with that too?
definitely. ChatGPT can be a lifesaver here.
How so?
You can ask it to explain things in different ways,
Okay.
give you examples, create analogies, whatever it takes for that light bulb moment to happen.
Like a personal tutor who never gets tired of explaining.
Exactly.
And for visual learners, there's Gemini.
Right. Imagine being able to break down a complex diagram.
Like in a biology textbook.
Or get step-by-step help with a geometry problem.
It's like having an interactive learning experience.
AI that adapts to your learning style.
This is amazing.
And then for those late-night study sessions when your brain is fried,
Oh, tell me about it.
Wolfram Alpha can be your best friend.
How so?
Stuck on a calculus problem? Need to visualize some statistical concept? Wolfram Alpha can help.
It's like having a walking encyclopedia and problem solver all in one.
Pretty much.
Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do we actually make it work? I mean, where do you even begin with all these different tools?
Start small.
Okay.
But focus on what you need the most.
Don't try to use everything at once.
Right. Pick one or two tools that address your biggest challenges and just experiment.
Like maybe ChatGPT for generating practice questions or Perplexity for research.
Exactly.
And once you're comfortable with those,
You can gradually add more.
find what works for you,
And remember, AI is a tool to enhance your learning.
not to replace it.
Right. Don't fall into the trap of thinking AI will do all the work for you.
You still need to actively engage with the material,
Think critically.
make those connections.
Exactly.
So how do we find that balance between using AI and still, thinking for ourselves?
That's important.
We don't want to become overly reliant on these tools and lose our critical thinking skills.
I think a good way to think about it is to see AI as a partner in learning.
Not just a crutch.
Right. Don't blindly accept everything it tells you.
Question it.
Do your own research.
Verify the information.
Exactly. Develop that healthy skepticism.
Use your judgment.
Remember, AI can be great for generating ideas and exploring possibilities.
But it's still up to us to analyze those
To
ideas.
think critically, draw our own conclusions.
Because in an AI-driven world, the ability to think critically, solve problems, and communicate effectively.
Those are going to be more important than ever.
Absolutely.
So embrace the power of AI,
Yes.
but don't let it replace those essential human skills.
Use it to enhance them.
Okay, so we've covered how to use these tools effectively
Right.
and how to maintain those critical thinking skills.
Important stuff.
But now I want to zoom out a bit.
Zoom out.
Yeah, talk about the bigger picture.
You mean how AI is changing the landscape of education as a whole? Exactly.
Yeah.
We've touched on personalized learning, but let's go a little deeper.
Yeah.
How is AI making education more tailored to individual students' needs?
Well, one really exciting development is adaptive learning platforms.
Adaptive learning platforms.
So they use AI to track students' progress,
Okay.
identify their strengths and weaknesses,
Yeah.
and then they adjust the learning experience accordingly.
So everyone's not learning at the same pace or in the same way anymore?
Exactly. It's all about creating a customized learning path for each student.
Wow. Imagine a textbook that adapts to your learning style.
That's the idea, providing more support where you struggle, more challenge where you excel.
Like a personal tutor in a book?
In a way.
That's incredible.
And AI can also help to make complex topics easier to understand and make learning more engaging.
Oh.
Think about interactive simulations, virtual reality experiences, AI-powered games.
It's not just passively absorbing information anymore.
It's about active, immersive learning.
I like it.
And then there's the potential for AI to provide personalized feedback and support.
Oh, like AI tutors.
Exactly. Imagine getting instant feedback on your assignments.
Or having your questions answered anytime, day or night.
That's the goal.
It's like having 24/7 access to a teacher.
In a way.
This is all so exciting. But are there any potential downsides to this AI-driven future of education?
That's a really important question to consider.
Because as amazing as all this sounds,
There are challenges, too.
right, like how do we make sure AI is being used ethically and responsibly in education?
That's crucial.
We don't want to create systems that are biased or unfair.
Absolutely. We need to be very mindful of potential biases in AI algorithms.
And make sure these tools are promoting equity and fairness.
And we also need to be careful not to over-rely on AI.
Meaning,
It's important to maintain that balance between AI assistance and human interaction.
because teachers are still essential, right?
Absolutely. They bring that human connection, that mentorship, that emotional support that students need.
AI can't replace that.
Exactly.
So as we embrace the possibilities of AI in education,
We need to be thoughtful
strategic,
and make sure AI is enhancing the learning experience.
not replacing the human element,
And most importantly, make sure it benefits all students.
regardless of their background or ability.
Absolutely.
We've covered so much ground already, from specific AI tools to how AI is transforming the way we learn.
It's been quite a journey.
But now really intrigued by those big philosophical questions we've been dancing around.
Yes, getting into the deep stuff.
As AI gets more advanced, it really makes you think
About.
about what it even means to be human.
It's a question that's been debated for centuries.
But AI adds a whole new dimension, doesn't it?
It does.
We're seeing AI writing poetry, composing music, even seeming to offer emotional support.
Things we used to think were uniquely human.
Exactly. So where does that leave us?
It's a profound question.
If AI can potentially do all these things, what truly sets us apart?
Some argue that it's our consciousness.
Our subjective experience of the world.
Right.
But what if AI develops something like consciousness? How would we even know?
It's a mind-boggling thought.
It is. Even if AI never reaches that level, just the fact that we're creating these systems, it forces us to confront our own limitations.
To re-examine what we thought we knew.
About intelligence, creativity, even emotions.
AI is like a mirror reflecting back at us.
Making us question who we are.
And that self-reflection can be incredibly valuable.
Instead of being afraid of AI.
We can use it as a tool for self-discovery.
I like that perspective.
To learn more about ourselves and our place in the world.
So as we navigate this uncharted territory, what's the future of collaboration between humans and AI? Is it a competition, or can we work together?
I see it as a partnership with incredible potential.
We're already seeing it in fields like scientific research.
Where AI can analyze huge data sets and identify patterns that humans might miss.
Like a superpowered research assistant?
Exactly. Helping scientists make groundbreaking discoveries.
And this collaboration isn't limited to science, right?
Not at all. Think about creative fields like music or art.
Where AI can generate new ideas.
And help artists push their boundaries.
It's about combining the strengths of humans and AI.
Right.
Humans with our empathy, intuition, and creativity.
And AI with its speed, precision, and ability to process vast amounts of data.
Working together, we can accomplish incredible things.
Things that neither could do alone.
But, of course, there's always that flip side.
Meaning?
With great power comes great responsibility.
Absolutely.
How do we make sure AI is used ethically for the good of humanity?
That's the most important question.
We need to be so careful about potential biases in AI algorithms.
And make sure these technologies are developed and used responsibly.
We can't just blindly trust AI.
We have to remember it's a tool.
And like any tool, it can be misused.
It's our responsibility to set those ethical boundaries.
To make sure AI serves humanity.
Not the other way around.
And that's where education plays a crucial role.
It does.
We need to prepare future generations.
Yes.
Not just with the technical skills to work with AI.
But with the critical thinking skills to question it.
To challenge its output.
To make sure it aligns with our values.
To shape its development for the betterment of society.
It's a tall order, but it's essential.
Well, this has been an incredible deep dive.
It has.
From practical AI tools to these deep philosophical questions.
It really highlights how AI is impacting every aspect of our lives.
Especially education.
And our understanding of what it means to be human.
It's both exciting and a little daunting.
It is.
But I have to say, I'm optimistic.
Me too.
I think we have the potential to harness this amazing technology and shape its development in a way that benefits everyone.
It's up to us to make it happen.
This is just the beginning of the AI revolution.
And the future is full of possibilities.
Thanks for joining us on this exploration of AI in education.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope it sparked your curiosity.
And inspired you to think critically about the role of AI in our world.
And the future we're creating together.